G'day guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wildkard. Thank you for watching the Wildkard Rugby Show. This is Super Rugby. This is the Auckland Blues versus the Christchurch Rebels. Sorry, Christchurch Crusaders, right? Because this will actually be an insult to the Rebels because how bad this performance was. This was way worse than anything Rebels has done this season, and this is by far the worst performance in the history of the Crusaders ever. Yeah, this was that bad. Just to give you an idea, right? 44 missed tackles from the Crusaders, 17 lineouts in total, and the Crusaders lost 9 of their own lineout throws. More lineouts lost than lineouts won. Crusaders, yes, that's that bad. 12 penalties conceded, 2 yellow cards. Could have been more yellow cards due to repeated penalties. Ben O'Keefe actually went a little bit easy on the Crusaders. Reset the penalty count, give him another warning instead of another yellow card for literally the same infringement back to back after the yellow card was given. Felt a bit pity for the Crusaders, didn't give out another yellow card right away, and got the Crusaders off the hook. And it's not looking good for the Crusaders because next week it's going to be the Chiefs at Christchurch. So I don't know if the Crusaders can win that one next week, so we could be looking at 6 losses in a row. And with it kind of baffles me a little bit because the Crusaders actually walk into this game playing like an amateur team whilst wearing an actual amateur jersey on the field. You might be wondering what I'm talking about. So they had this round. They're supposed to wear their heritage colors. So, these are the traditional colors from 20 years ago or whatever for the Blues and the Crusaders. And so the Blues actually showed up with a modern design jersey with a traditional pattern on it. The Crusaders actually just showed up in an amateur jersey this match, which actually, I was actually a little bit mind blown when I see this. When I saw this, you can see that the Crusaders jersey don't have the shiny lines in front of it like the Blues jerseys do. And you might be wondering what the lines are. You might have noticed every team nowadays have the shiny bits in front of the chest. It's actually a rubber. It's actually made of rubber, and it's there for grip. So my Waratahs jersey has those lines, and you can see that it's shiny, and it's literally there to create friction so that the ball doesn't get the ball doesn't just slip through the material when you're trying to catching it. So I'll show you what it actually does, right? So this is a Waratahs jersey. At the back, it's just the normal material. And then if I run the ball through it, I'm just, holding the jersey in my palm. The ball just slides straight through, right? That's just what you would expect from the jersey material. But if I do the same thing to the front of the jersey with the rubber lines in front of it, the rubber will create friction, and you see the ball is literally just taking the jersey out of my hand because of the friction that is created from the rubber, and it's there to help with the grip. And considering that it's raining out there, this is a massive oversight from the Crusaders management. I don't know why they decided to actually wear an amateur jersey and not having the technologies of the modern jerseys on it. It's just really, really, really bad. Even from the management in terms of preparing for this game. And it was raining, it was wet. This would have been a huge advantage for the Blues, having that extra little bit of grit on their jerseys to help them out. So yeah, it's really just an amateur shit show out there for the Crusaders tonight, to be really frank with you. The Blues wasn't that clinical themselves tonight. They had so many opportunities to try to score tries against the Crusaders, against 14 players, by the way, and they just end up dropping the ball, getting held up over the try line, getting turned over the breakdowns against 14 players, getting getting sacked and not able to get the ball out. Very, 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 very classic style of choking out of the Blues, and the Crusaders still wasn't able to get any sort of forward momentum out of that. They could not exit the 22 for like 20 minutes. Seriously, the Crusaders, it was that bad. The only thing I worked for the Crusaders were the scrummaging. In the first half, they had some scrum penalties, which was really good. Second half, the Blues scrums found their dominance. I was able to get penalties back for themselves. Outside of that, I thought the Blues, AJ Lamb in the outside center position looked quite big. He was quite imposing figure. But again, the handling, the clinicalness from the Blues wasn't really able to capitalize any of the sort of line breaks. Same with Stephen Perifetta, was really good at getting those line breaks, setting his teammates up. Just the execution just not there to get the team over for more points. This at one point, I thought the Blues could have probably easily put on 40 points on the Crusaders, considering like a third of the match apparently was played inside the Crusaders 22. And the Blues weren't able to score for a very, 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 very long time. So yeah, let's have a look at the absolute astronomical difference in terms of the stats. 665 run meters to 196. How did the Blues not score more than 2 tries out of 665 run meters? Beyond my comprehensions. 20 turnovers conceded against the Blues, 12 against the Crusaders. 82 tackles made for the Blues, 8 missed tackles, less than 10%, pretty good completion rate. Crusaders, 202 tackles, 44 missed tackles. Oh boy, that's bad. Kicks in play, 22 for the Blues, 30 for the Crusaders. The Crusaders were struggling to exit on 22, but once they did get out of the 22, once they're inside the Blues 22, I thought the Crusaders was a little bit clever with their little kicks behind, trying to ping the Blues inside their own half and try to force, with the greasy conditions, try to force errors out of the Blues lineouts and try to get something, out of the Blues' poor exit. But the Blues was just not able to, but the Crusaders just wasn't able to turn that into points themselves because they were not able to hold on to the ball themselves. The lineouts, like I said, absolutely horrendous. Blues only lost 1 lineout out of 14. The Crusaders, 8 lineouts won, 9 lost. So 9 losses out of 17 lineouts in total. The scrums, 7 for the Blues, 9 for the Crusaders. 0 scrums lost for both teams, but there was 2 penalties against the Blues in the first half and 1 penalty against the Crusaders in the second half from the scrummaging. Penalties conceded, 13 against the Blues, 12 against the Crusaders, 1 yellow card against the Blues, and 2 against the Crusaders. The Blues yellow card was Dalton Papali'i really early in the game. Hands on the ball whilst it was on the ground, right in front of the try line, professional foul. There was no other option but a yellow card for Ben O'Keefe. And the Crusaders, just 2 yellow cards due to back-to-back penalties in front of their try line as well. Yeah, just bad discipline. And Ben O'Keefe should have given out more yellow cards, to be really frank, but instead giving out another warning for, right after giving out a yellow card. Should have been another yellow card right away. But the Crusaders was off the hook a little bit, but it didn't make any difference in the end of the day. It was just that bad of a performance from the Crusaders team. Worst ever for the Crusaders. And it's just what it is. Let's go have a look at some of the point summary. 3 minutes into the game, the Crusaders got themselves a penalty right in front. Stephen Perifetta, after a 25% penalty kick rate last week, he gets 100% this week. 3 points. Is it 100%? I think he missed one. Did he miss one? Yeah, 100% this week. Kicks this one through right in front just to settle his nerve a little bit. 3 points to nil. 3 minutes into the game. 8 minutes into the game, yellow card against Papali'i, playing the ball on the ground right in front of the try line. No choice. The referee said very cynical, trying to slow the game down, and got him off the field. And this is where I think the first opportunity the Crusaders could have scored, and it was a problem, and the jersey would have made a difference. The Crusaders literally was going for the try, and the ball slipped through the jersey and knock on and defuse the situation. 18 minutes into the game, there was a scrum penalty to the Crusaders right in front of the 22-meter. Crusaders popped this one through. 3 points to 3. 25 minutes into the game, there was a line out. There was some more. The Blues, Riccatelli tried to go for the try from the maul, and then he knocked on the ball just before the try line. Again, the slippery conditions might have played into it a little bit, but you got the grip, man. Should not have dropped that. 30 minutes into the game, the Blues had a 40-meter had a full penalty, 40 meters out, and they kick another penalty. 6 points to 3. 37 minutes into the game, there was a scrum penalty to the Crusaders. Another scrum penalty to the Crusaders. They kick another 3. 6 points to 6. And 42 minutes in the game, so the first half actually went into extra time. There was a lot of pressure from the Blues trying to get more points on the board. There was repeated penalties out of the Crusaders, and Hines got sent off for the Crusaders for repeated penalties, and the Blues kicked this one through 9 points to 6 going to halftime. So yeah, both teams were very inaccurate in the first half. Lots of drop balls. The rain was bucketing down, and luckily it stopped for the second half, and the game kind of like got a little bit better for the Blues at least. So second half started. 2 minutes into the second half, there was a so the Blues made a nice little break. Stephen Perifetta, the ball got turned over by the Crusaders. David Havili tried to do a clearance kick. It was really poor. Didn't go out. And then I think it was Caleb Clark just ran down the field, got really close to the try line, and then the Blues just pounded through. Eventually, Tuanga Fasi ran himself through for the first try for the Blues. 16 points to 6. The Blues do have one player advantage on the field at the moment, so they are just feeling the ascendancy. 2 minutes later, right from the kickoff, basically, the Blues got back into the Crusaders half, and again, Stephen Perifetta, just nice little hands, finding him, sending his teammates through a little gap. Some good hands between the support players. Eventually, the ball went to AJ Lamb, and he ran through for the try. I think it was this one guy, number 23, Cole Forbes. He was like really, really good. He was just making line breaks left and right, and he was one of the players that helped make the little heartbreak and sending AJ through for the second try. So immediately, 4 minutes in, Blues got 2 tries on the ball. Scoreboard ticked up 26 points to 6. And then you think that this is going to be a blowout at this point. I thought the Crusaders was going to concede 40, 50 points from here onwards, because the Blues kept the pressure on. 50 minutes into the game, the Blues just more pressure. Another yellow card for against the Crusaders. Several Reese got sent off, and there was a crossfield kick to AJ Lamb that hit him in the head. So didn't get a try there, but just so much pressure, and the Blues was not able to score. There was a quick tap. The Blues decided after the Several Reese penalty, instead of going for a scrum or going for a line out, and sure enough, they knocked the ball on. Poor option there. Should have gone for the scrum. 53 minutes in the game. Again, more penalties against the Crusaders, pounding the try line once again for the Blues. They got over the try line, held up, and then the referee reset the penalty count. No yellow card. 4 minutes. The Blues went for the line out. They went for the Moore, and the Moore got sacked. Didn't come out. Crusaders got a turnover. Yeah. 57 minutes in the game. More pressure from the Blues, pounding the try line. Turnover. The Crusaders got a turnover right from the goalpost, I think this was. Yeah, just that bad. 61 minutes in the game. By the way, this whole time, the Blues was playing against 14 players. 61 minutes into the game, there was a scrum. Another penalty to the Blues. They take the 3 points finally. 26 points to 6 from 61 minutes. And for the last 20 minutes, right, 65 minutes, the Blues tried to clear their own 22. It was charged down by one of the Crusaders players, and Amoa scooped this one up, and it looked like he scored, but no. I think it was Caleb Clark ran across and punched the ball out of his hand just before the try line, which was a really good save. The Crusaders at this point was trying to play for territory, trying to pin the Blues inside their own 22. 69 minutes into the game, Crusaders finally put themselves into a position looking like they might be able to score a try. They put some pressure on inside the Blues 22, got some penalties. They went for the cross kick, just, without Richie Mwanga and without, the players like Will Jordan. Yeah, the cross kick was really bad. Like what was his name? Stephen Perifetta was able to defuse it. So the Crusaders, they once again went for the line out. It was just an absolute disaster. It was overthrown, and the Blues scooped up the overthrown line out and cleared out the pressure. Yeah, it was that bad. 71 minutes in the game. More draw balls from the Blues inside the Crusaders 22. More opportunities being squandered to score tries for the Blues. 74 minutes, again, the Blues was just pounding the Crusaders try line once again. And it was and then they got really close to the try line, and there was a penalty against the Blues for holding on to the ball. No releasing. And finally, 80 minutes in the game, looked like the Crusaders was just trying to score a consolation try. The pass was almost intercepted by Mark Talea, but Talea dropped the ball, probably just a little bit too far ahead of him. And and that was it. That was the full time whistle, 26 points to 6. Worst ever from the Crusaders. This performance from the Crusaders was like a -1 out of 10. And the Blues was probably on a 5, considering how many opportunities they've botched. So it wasn't that great a performance from the Blues, but was more than enough to win the match, 26 points to 6. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Like, and subscribe. If you like the t-shirt I'm wearing, Scrum is Rugby, and show your support for the dying arts of the front rowers. So feel free to check out in the store, links down below. And thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next week for the news. And meantime, have a good weekend. Cheers.